Hello, Gemini. This is the Shadow Seeker, and in this video, I will be doing a general tarot reading for what it is you need to know and what it is you need to hear. And this message is for everyone that resonates with the star sign Gemini, whether that is your primary sign or if you have strong Gemini placements in your birth chart. And so we're going to dive right into this reading. I'm going to start channeling messages here for what it is you need to know, what it is you need to hear with my What's the Vibe Oracle deck to ascertain what the current energy is. And as I shuffle, let's see what we get out here. Okay, so right away, a plethora of cards came out, and I can definitely feel that these are messages that you need to hear right now. So, we could be talking about a relationship dynamic here. The first card that came out is the Narcissist card, and it says egotistical, opportunist, fragile. So, I'm picking up that you have been dealing with some sort of narcissistic type of energy or some sort of relationship dynamic where a person in your life may have been considered a narcissist, very self centered, very all about themselves, big ego, all about material wealth or status, just stuff that really truly doesn't, hold any weight, is what it feels like. And it could be a masculine energy because the masculine energy card is out here and it says authority, discipline, father figure. So if we're not talking romantic, it could be a father figure, mentor, or, someone in that regard. But I feel like that only really resonates for a small group of Geminis here. But the strongest thread that I'm picking up on is definitely like a romantic situationship is what it feels like. And so whatever happened here, and I know I keep using past tense, so you could be separated from this person. The reason why I say that is because the cutting ties card is here. It says freedom, standing up, awaken. And it really feels that there was this, major break between this relationship. So I'm really picking up that you dealt with this particular narcissistic type of energy for quite some time. There seems to be a lot of history between you and this particular masculine energy. And, this energy, it doesn't have to be a male, it can be a woman. We all have a balance of feminine and masculine energy. So this person definitely resonates heavily with their divine masculine energy. And so, with that being said, it feels like when you cut ties, it gave you this sense of freedom because it really felt like you had to. It really felt as if whatever happened in this particular relationship, it was to the detriment of you. And it really brought out a side of you that you really didn't like, that you really didn't align with. It really didn't bring you to your highest potential. There wasn't anything about this relationship that was really supporting you in the physical. So everything really could have been very superficial. Not saying that, when you first connected with this particular masculine energy, that there wasn't a level of love there, but at some point, something changed and something really felt really off about this connection. And so you really were forced to cut ties. And see, if you didn't cut ties with this person, you could be feeling trapped right now. But I really feel that this is past energy again. With this trap card, it says stuck, no options, unforgiveness. So it really feels the strongest third energy that you felt really trapped within this connection. You felt like there was no way out, but you did consciously make the decision to choose you and put you first and get out of this situation. And, being more aligned with freedom and being able to basically see the sun again is what it feels like. It really felt like you were just being smothered and really, like your light was being dimmed in a sense. I really feel like you are the people I'm picking up on very highly vibrational, very in tune with spirit, whatever that may look like for you. You could be really religious. You could be, more spiritual than religious. You could have just a lot of faith, innately in you. And so this person really was bringing you down and was very toxic. I don't have a toxic card, I believe, in this deck. Although actually it might be in this deck. I'm not 100% sure because not every card has came out in a reading. Yeah, I do feel this weight or this heaviness or really like a dark cloud. At least that's what I'm sensing from the past. And so really you could have been super depressed when you were in this particular relationship. And I don't feel that the Geminis that I'm channeling into are normally depressed or normally feel at a lower vibration. So this person really feels like the polar opposite of you. I mean, it's like they embody all of the negative aspects of who you are innately. And it just doesn't feel like a good feeling. Like I'm getting like this sense of nausea for some reason. And I don't know why I'm getting that so strongly, but it really feels that this person, or this energy rather, was just innately toxic. I mean, just like venom almost. And it just feels really chaotic. It really feels, all over the place and just this really strong, icky type of feeling. I wish I could describe it better, but those are like the strongest threads of energy that I'm picking up on. The last oracle card we have here is the card that says clingy, and it says old exes, dead relationships, old ways. So I'm picking up two threads here where it could be that you may be wanting to reconcile or reconnect because there was something about this divine masculine energy that was really intoxicating, is what it feels like. But then there's a part of you that knows better and is more aligned with your highest version of self, knowing that you deserve better, that you deserve someone that actually truly supports you, that actually is truly there for you, sees you, embraces you, and celebrates you. And so it really feels like you're kind of at a crossroads or an impasse in a sense, or there's like a divergence where there is this potential timeline where you might reconnect, but then there's also this timeline that you're currently on where you're separated and you know that you deserve so much better. But it's almost like you're still sort of romanticizing that there's this what if this person, showed up in the way that I need them to, or want them to, or desire them to? What if I did this? Maybe things could be different, this go around. So it seems like you're trapped in a sense in this sort of like romanticizing perspective, or, trying to channel this alternate timeline. So this is really interesting energy here. I've never actually felt this way before. So it's really interesting. And this is my first time channeling these types of readings for this specific channel. And the collective that I normally channel into, which is a very specific collective of individuals that I channel into personally, have really encouraged these types of readings for the zodiac signs. So this really is like new energy that I feel like I'm channeling into. And it really feels interesting, is probably not the best word to say, but it does feel really interesting because this is like energy I've never really channeled before. But it really feels like these two strong timelines that I'm feeling. One where you are aligning more with your highest sense of self. You're making conscious decisions for yourself to better yourself. But then there's one where it's like you are yearning or desiring this reconnection, this reckoning, if you will, with this divine masculine energy. So it just feels really powerful. They both feel strongly, innately powerful, and they resonate this high sense of energy is what I'm feeling. So it's just really almost overwhelming in a sense. But right now we're going to switch to the tarot and see what messages come out there, whether we continue channeling into this specific type of energy or not. One thing I do want to point out, okay, I just grabbed my tarot deck and getting ready to shuffle, and I find it really interesting. Right now, I'm looking at the Fool card at the bottom of the deck, and it's really interesting. because I shuffled this deck several times before I started this reading just to clear the energy and knock off energy from past readings. But I'm just picking up something here where it's like this strong desire to really explore the unknown with this particular person. It's like you really are willing to give them a chance and really want this like fresh start, this new beginning. And it's like you want to just kind of dive deep into it like head first and not even really, know what to expect. It's almost like you are expecting a certain outcome or a scenario to play out, but it's like at the same time, it's like you're just releasing a lot of energy and just want to kind of go with the flow with things and just kind of see where things lead in a sense. I'm picking that up so heavily here. And it's really overwhelming. It's like this overwhelming desire. So I wonder if that is part of some messages that are going to come out here, but we'll see. So I'm going to shuffle and see what comes out here. Okay, so I'm picking up on some intense energy here. We have the beautiful Page of Swords here, and it came out paired with the Ace of Wands. So I'm really picking up on this spark of new energy. It's really interesting that I said that because, yeah, okay, right after seeing the Fool card, and then these two cards come out after shuffling, it's just this strong, creative energy that I'm really feeling right now. And there's this sort of like logical, analytical approach to something that you want to bring into fruition. And it really feels centered around this divine masculine energy is the strongest thread that I'm feeling right now. So it really feels like you are really optimistic, or at least a part of you is really optimistic, and you want to embrace some sort of new journey with this divine masculine. And you're really open to the possibilities of rekindling and trying to make something new here, trying to bring in a new sense of dynamic energy. And you're really trying to come up with this way of doing this and this creative approach, for how you want to approach this divine masculine energy. Now, the energy could be reversed. So it could be this divine masculine feeling this way about you as well. Because I really do feel that there's this like equal like duality. I know it sounds really weird to say that, but it's like you both are feeling this simultaneously at the same time, this new spark for something, and something new, something exciting. And you really want to bring this into fruition. You want to change the dynamic of the relationship. You want to kind of like, out with the old and with the new is what it feels like here. I'm sensing that someone here is really in this flexible mood. So it's like right now you are really adaptable to the possibilities of what new outcomes can happen in this particular relationship. But see, a lot of this energy, even though it feels really strong and really powerful, it's like the potential, it's almost like the beginning. It doesn't necessarily feel like this is something that truly is really like connecting, if that makes sense. It really feels like just the spark of something, and it feels really like heavy because it feels really passionate. It feels like this intensity, this intense drive. And so it feels really like hot and heavy in a sense because it almost has this like impulse to it. It feels like there's this rush. And I really feel like because this has this sense of feeling rushed with this King of Cups in reverse position, I'm really feeling like, emotionally, it's like this battle between like your heart and your head. It's like your head is sort of, again, fantasizing some sort of like potential outcome for something, but it's like you were really deeply hurt by what transpired with this masculine energy. And because of that, it's really sort of like distorting, like, your intuition, being able to really tap into what it is that really is to the detriment of you. So it's almost like you really know like on a subconscious level that it's really best not to reconnect with this particular divine masculine energy. But it's like a part of you just can't seem to help it because it's like you still have some sort of feeling about this divine masculine energy. I don't know if it's like you still love the person or if it's more like you still have this affinity to them, or if it's really because that this relationship was so toxic in so many ways that it just feels so addicting in a sense that it really has you really doing things that are just in a sense out of character, you know? At least it has you feeling this way. You know, I'm not really sure if you've acted on this impulse yet, but it does feel like you really are at this breakthrough or this breaking point of wanting to act out on this impulse, even though you know it really is not in your best interest to do so. It's like your highest self knows this. And so it's like the other part of you is like really just wanting to like feel something again, to feel this intensity, to believe that this person has the capacity or the ability to change and really show it for you in the way you desire. So this really feels really intense. Like it really does. Like, I mean, it really, in a sense, takes my breath away. And maybe this person probably takes your breath away or used to, but it just really does feel really hot and heavy. So I really feel this strong spark or heat or desire for this other person. And I know that this other person has felt this way about you as well. So there really could have been so much that really transpired in this connection between you and this divine masculine energy. So we have to channel and see what other messages come through here. Okay, so now I feel like there's multiple messages coming through here, but I am only focusing and channeling the strongest threads of energy here for you, Gemini. So I'm really seeing, because another plethora of cards just really flew out of this deck. That's been happening a lot lately with a lot of my readings. And I am really seeing that there's this personal transition that's being made right now within you. You have made this conscious decision to really embark on some sort of soul journey. And that's going to look very specific for you and your set of circumstances in your life. But you really feel inspired to take this action to really invest more time within yourself, to bring yourself in true alignment for what it is that you truly desire in a relationship. But it really feels like you're shifting this focus onto you. It feels like you have given so much time, effort, and energy, blood, sweat, and tears into this divine masculine energy. And the time now is for you to really focus solely on yourself and your own personal journey, is what it feels like. And this comes after a heightened sense of anxiety here with the Nine of Swords in the upright position and the Temperance card reversed. It really feels that you have been really put off balance here. You have been really suffering emotionally and really mentally, is what it feels like. And just this deep sense of worry and dread and hurt. And you've carried so much baggage with you when it comes to this particular relationship. I'm really feeling that this relationship really has changed you in such a way that it really rocked your internal core frequency of who you really are innately. You know, you really, again, are this high vibrational being that exudes a lot of light and positivity, and a lot of the different people that you meet on a day-to-day basis, or you show up in a very particular way for the people within your circle. And people have really noticed a change in you, a major change. But now you're making another change, another transition into something that is more grand and more stellar, is what it feels like. I don't know why I'm saying words like that, stellar, but it really feels that from a lot of this chaos and conflict here, that you really are making better choices in alignment for you because it really has felt like things have not really been going in your favor. And I'm sorry, I'm really saying all this without really mentioning the cards that are out here. We got the 10 of Wands reversed. So, this release of this heavy baggage and really moving into a space where you're letting go of things that just do not serve you any longer. And it's just this, weight coming off your shoulders. It's like you're really coming into peace and harmony within yourself. And you really are looking out for you, is what it feels like. It feels like you're really putting yourself first. And this really just comes from this stagnant place or this lower vibrational place of really feeling as if things never go in your favor, or it's never your turn to experience greatness or the things that you desire because you really have put so much of those desires on hold or on pause. And I'm seeing that you're really getting out of that right now, but I am seeing that there still is this level of conflict or competition, is what it feels like, with this other energetic energy that I'm feeling. I mean, it feels like someone else. It doesn't necessarily feel like this masculine. So there could be like some sort of third party involved or multiple people involved within this particular dynamic. But really, it feels like this dynamic is over. It really feels like whatever this relationship was, it really feels like it's over. But it feels as if you do want to reconnect or reboot something or restart something here. But a part of you knows that it's really in your best interest not to do this. And so for the ones that choose not to do this, I'm really seeing that you are going to be at this better place mentally, emotionally, and you'll start feeling more stable, is what it feels like. But the ones that do want to give this a go, I'm sensing that there's still going to be a lot of heated conflict or passionate arguments or conflicts of interest, is what it seems like. And it's just going to manifest in so many different ways. So I'm really seeing two different outcomes here, or really feeling two different outcomes. So really, you are the conscious creator of your life. And so whatever happens here, you can really dictate how things go. You have free will. So this really is just basically showing an outline of what potentially could happen based off of this current energy here. So this really doesn't have to go in the way that I'm saying. Things can easily change. You can choose to just let things play out normally, or you can try to influence things, whatever it is, you have to make up that decision yourself for your own highest good. So with that said, I'm going to conclude the reading here. I want to thank you for joining me in this reading. I want to thank my collective for encouraging me to do these particular readings, and I do hope something here connected with you. And I do hope you have a good remainder of your day, and I will see you in the next episode.